My name is Mrs. Ballantyne and I'm producing this information video on behalf of the Business and Enterprise Department. What I do want to say is that the business students are in a really lucky position at this stage of the course. So we have basically cashed in their Unit 1 and we've cashed in their Unit 3. So they will have grades already in place for those two units. What needs to be completed, and needs to be completed to a really high standard, is a component 2. And I want to just talk you through where we are with that and what still needs to be done over this half term. So students have to complete a business plan, and I'll just show you an example of this plan. So they've all been given a template and they have been working on this over this last year. But it's a very comprehensive plan, talking through different business ideas, talking through their marketing pitch, talking through what exactly they're going to be selling, what market research they carried out, who are their competitors, and so on. And they have to include financial records within that as well. But for a student, if they were just to put in the basic information into that particular template, then they would probably get no higher than a level 2 pass. In order to get the higher grades, they need to be justifying every decision that they've made along the way. And that justification would usually be based on research. So they need to be carried out either primary research or secondary research. But the students are well aware of what they've got to include within that plan. And you can see to get up to the distinction level, they've got to prepare a comprehensive and realistic plan for their micro-enterprise supported by clear research. And you can see just getting to that merit, they've got to give detailed reasons for their choice of ideas, but that's throughout the plan. So for the type of finance that they're using for that particular business, they've got to justify it. The resources that they're using for that business, they've got to justify it. The second section that students need to complete is their actual presentation. And this is the marking criteria. So they've got to be able to deliver or put together a plan that demonstrates a range of appropriate communication and presentation skills. And they've got to make sure that the plan is suitable for their audience. But again, the students have a very clear checklist of what needs to be included within that presentation and how they will get the top grade within it. Students, the large majority of students, will be signed off by the end of May on this, or just before the May half term. But we may have some students that need to come back afterwards to make sure that they're at their target level or above for this. So my advice is if students have any free time at home over the next so many weeks, then they could be working on these two pieces of evidence that are required. We usually have business studies teachers in the department up until 4 or 5 o'clock each day. So again, if students want to stay behind and carry on working on their business work, they are more than welcome to as well. If you have any questions, then please feel free to contact myself or any of the other business teachers, and we will be more than willing to answer any questions that you have. But just to kind of summarise, so they have to complete the business plan and the presentation. The final submission date, because this will be sent off to for external verification, and the final submission date we have for that is the 4th of June. The students have all the resources in the student shared area, and those resources are also on class charts. As I said, students can work on their coursework at home and try and make sure they meet the deadline. But again, please speak to the class teacher or email the class teacher or any information that you require. Please feel free to get in contact. What I do want to say at this stage, oh, it's froze.